Everybody over here about to take a little work break and share some insight with you. Let me just get situated right there. Get situated right there. Yeah. And forgive the hair. It's all good. Hold on 1 second. I just want to start this recording off right. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Everybody out in the YouTube land, Anchor.fm, all the platforms that Anchor.fm allows us to go on record. Just wanted to come during a little work break. You know how Kellen KASH does it, aka Kellen Coleman. You know how I do it. Today I want to talk briefly about this thing that I keep seeing, anxiety with entrepreneurs. I guess a lot of folks are anxious, have anxiety. And so people ask me, hey, yo, how are you always like in a good mood? You're always, you got jokes, whatnot, smiling. And for me, it's easy because I don't take this too serious. I don't take me too serious. I'm having a good time. This is, living your best life type thing. So, let me give you some tips on what I do. First, prayer is essential. And if you don't pray, I don't know what to tell you, but that's what helps me. You got to get in tuned, man, with your spiritual side. And you got to do that. So that's number one. Two, you got to have a connection with your familia. La familia is everything. Now, you might be an orphan out there, but your family is who you connect with, who you ride or die with, who you make it happen. Y'all connect. Okay? So that's for me. Because if you know who's in your inner circle, who's really there for you, it took a while to get there, man. I had to really go through some ups and downs to see, okay, these people are really riding. And then you see, and you already know those people who just kind of use you as a tool. And that's cool because I've heard the sermon, on confidants, comrades, and confidants. And you got to know who people are in your circle, because some people it's fly by night. Hey, they left, boom, you did your purpose, you did what you were supposed to do. It's like a job that was just for the resume. But then there's some people that you might have a lifetime connection with. There's some people that you may have a long-term connection with. So I really don't get too anxious because I know what my purpose is in life, and then I fit these people in and say, this is my purpose for right now. You know what I mean? And when now stops, it's done. And you know what? We used to cop and blow all day, so we don't really worry about if people leave. If you go, we understand. You got to do your thing. So that's me, to not be anxious, not take this thing too serious. We have so much fun living the dream. Our dream might not be your dream, but our dream, and being able to do what we, were put here on earth to do. So it's easy. And, one thing is, I'm not always, even though I'm a publicist, I'm a consultant, connecting is my job. I'm not just going after anything and everybody. There's always a strategy behind who we're talking to, who we're connecting with, who needs to book time to talk with us versus who we're going to call back, and we might sit down and have lunch with, and all that. So those are things that help me. And so also, I worked for like a decade, in mental health, working with people, especially youth who really had mental health, depression, and it just always kind of perplexed me because, that mental health thing wasn't, when I was coming up, we didn't hear all that, all that self-esteem. It was there, but it wasn't like it is now, where, everyone's, really entitled to their feelings, and you hear that everywhere. But, for me, working in mental health, I've seen folks, especially kids, with real issues. And since I've been trained in mental health and have so many, CU credits and different things, I know what real mental health looks like, what real breakdowns look like. A lot of times when people are dealing with something, it's because they're stuck in like their own way. It's 9 out of 10 times our fault that this is the situation we're in, because when you take ownership, right? But I've seen it where kids who it's not their fault, and that their mental health issues are based on some grown person or somebody who violated them or something. So I have to always put that in perspective, because I have stories I could write on that, because life, it can be tough for some, you know what I mean? So maybe because I've seen kids try to hang themselves and seen staff members, literally kidnap kids, and use them for whatever their needs. And I didn't see it personally, right? Because we would have checked that from the beginning. But I remember a staff member let a kid come home with him. So that's like kidnapping. You know what I mean? That's kidnapping a kid. So, and seeing that, and then seeing how that staff member, nothing even happened to him. You know what I mean? I think they got fired, but that was it. So, just having that perspective of real life, Oakland, California, all Bay Area, boy, you had it on me. In a real life, I just have to put everything in perspective that I'm living the best life that I've been able to set up for myself, and I thank God. I don't have to put on airs. I can be loose and say what I need to say, and do things what I need to do within reason. And so I don't have to, because when you and some people, I think anxiety is a big issue for some people, because they're not meant to be a boss. And if you're not meant to be able to carry the load and just be silent, you might not be able to be a boss. Like when you're an entrepreneur, there can be a lot of problems throughout the day that you're dealing with, but that's not for you to put on everybody. Don't tell the whole team everything, tell them the goals so they can get a focus on the dream, right? So we can pretend that we can get to that, but don't tell them everything that's wrong. I don't do that. You know what I mean? If I tell people problems 9 out of 10 times, I don't fix the problem already. I just want to let them know, but I don't even have to let them know that, right? Because they don't need that extra stress on them. And people say, oh, you need to tell so-and-so. Excuse me, people. You need to tell so-and-so so they know how hard it was, man. People know how I grind for them and make these opportunities happen, This ain't just rapping. This is real life. This is real entrepreneur life. So, I'm real thankful for that. And I'm thankful for being in a good circle. And that's because I've been in bad circles. So I know how to, exit left. Get that O'Shea thing. I know how to exit left when a situation is not right, because in entertainment, you can really get caught up with some people, some dangerous folks, and weird situations. So that's how I deal with anxiety, So remember, it's first the prayer, then it's La Familia. I know who's really riding for you. That, when you're doing business with people, these people aren't necessarily, and you have to really see it. People you're doing business with, the majority of them, if any, aren't going to ride with you through the hard times. People are using people in business like a tool for a mission. They're not with you just because they love you. I know it seems like they love you, especially when you have something to offer when you're on top. It's not like that. And don't feed into your lies, because as soon as you're up, the people will say, oh, we ain't holding you up no more, and then they let you go down and they're looking at you crazy, right? And then you got to turn yourself around. It's the hokey pokey. So this is how I deal with anxiety, just because it's like, okay, we got another day. You know what I mean? People really don't too much when you're an entrepreneur care what's going on in your life. They want to know what's going on in their pocket, and that's business. And you would love for it to be another way, but it's not all around the globe, And if you do good business and you treat people right, what I found is there are that certain small circle of people I'm familiar, whether you're doing business with them or they just love the way you grind, they'll keep you up. You know what I mean? But you got to be blessed into something like that. It just doesn't happen, And if you don't have people like that, you have to ask yourself, do I treat people like that? So when they're down, because you know, in life, there's always going to be people who ask you for something, ask for favors, ask for this, ask for money, especially. You know, it used to be, hey, let's ask for a ride and give everyone a ride. You know, you're like, I'm happy to drive. But after you put, you know, a million miles on something, you're like, man, I don't want to drive no more. But by then, people are asking for money and they want to borrow houses and boats and all this other stuff, right? And things are things and people are people. And you always got to remember people first, man. So how I deal with anxiety is just trying to keep the main thing, focusing on that. You know, work is work, and work. You know, no matter what job you're doing, you know, it's work. Some you enjoy more, some you enjoy less. You know what I mean? And I'm blessed. I'm in a season where I'm really able to, you know, do and build something, you know, and build it with people that I like and be able to pick and choose. Like, oh yeah, I like that. I like that. And so, you know, it's just one of those things. So I will say this always, always, if you see like your main circle of people, no matter how big you go, and people are, you know, everything's kind of flopping out, you really got to check yourself and say, why is nobody messing with me? I have folks, you know, loving me. I have folks really in tune with what I was in tune with, and they're riding with me. But now I'm not seeing people willing to take that ride with me. You got to ask yourself, what's up? You know, you got to pop your collar one time and just hold on. You just gotta, because you hear my music in the background. You just gotta mute everything and come back to focus. Then that music will start kicking back. You know what I mean? And things will start going back in the cycle. You know, because we want everybody to win. Everybody, all these businesses out here, all of them need that Coleman public relations and consulting touch. And the way I team up with, you know, the hot chocolate multimedias and the Why Do Matters out of New York. So from New York to Atlanta, the connection. We can go to London with this connection worldwide. You know, we link up like Voltron with so many companies, but you know, we also too have to keep mental health number one, because I see a lot of folks are breaking down of their mental health. They're taking on more than they can chew. They are thinking that they are Superman, you know, Superman or Superwoman, you know, Wonder Woman. You know, we're not superheroes. We're just people. And I know for my goals what's important to me. So you figure out what's important to you. You guys need any help getting that structure? You already know in the description. CPRfirm.as.me. This is Kellen with that good work break. I'm gonna get back to work and do my thing. Y'all be blessed.